guys, and welcome back. Well, imagine this. The very guy who once famously snarled, any artists out here want to be a star, they need to be on death row, is now, decades later, calmly telling the bad boy boss how to properly tuck his blanket in a cramped 6x9 cell. No, that's not some wild movie plot twist. It's a real life voicemail. You're about to experience pure cognitive whiplash, so stick around. This isn't just a story. It's hip hop history being rewritten in real time. Now, when you hit that yard, you either stand up pissing or you squat. I advise taking the first option. Yep, that's Suge Knight, still behind bars for voluntary manslaughter, leaving a collect call pep talk for Sean Diddy Combs, who just caught a 50-month bid. Now, same mouth, different decade, and a brand new, utterly bizarre twist. Yes, the West Coast gladiator schooling the East Coast marketing genius on how to survive inside the joint. Now, it's an unbelievable turn of events, and we're going to unpack every single layer of it right now. Now, the call nobody saw coming. Now, Suge's audio dropped late Thursday night, hitting those specialized collect call collector channels. It was 37 seconds of crystal clear prison phone quality, and it absolutely broke the internet. Now, he opens with a surprisingly gentle, "Listen, Sean, you gonna be all right," then smoothly transition into a bullet point checklist for survival. Keep your commissary low, never borrow, work out in the morning when the yard is empty, and write your kids every Friday so mail call feels like a party on the weekend. There were no threats, no slick talk, just raw, practical, bullet point survival tips. Now, the internet collectively hit pause. The man who once dangled vanilla ice off a balcony is now life coaching the guy who built a billion-dollar brand on shiny suits and champagne wishes. That's not just irony here. It's hip-hop's version of a solar eclipse, rare, unexpected, and absolutely captivating. It's the kind of moment that makes you question everything you thought you knew about these two titans. Now, a 30-year beef in 90 seconds. Let's flash back to 1995. Good year, y'all. The Source Awards. Suge Knight storms the stage, microphone in hand, and delivers that legendary line. Any artists out there want to be a star? Come to death row. The crowd erupts, a mix of cheers and gasps, and there, standing side stage, Diddy winces. You can almost feel the tension radiating from him. That moment ignited a firestorm. Now, 6 months later, Tupac, signed to Death Row, drops "Hit 'Em Up." Biggie fires back. The coast divided, and tragically, two legends get murdered. Now, the culture to this day still walks with that limp, forever marked by the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. For nearly 3 decades, the narrative was simple. Bad Boy was flashy, sophisticated, and commercially dominant. Death Row was brutal, authentic, and street-hardened. Suge's recent call in less than a minute completely collapses that long-standing, deeply entrenched script. It's like someone just pressed the reset button on 3 decades of hip-hop lore. Now, the historical animosity, the beefs, the tragic losses, all of it suddenly viewed through a new, astonishing lens. Why 50 months, not 11 years? Okay. Prosecutors initially wanted 132 months. That's a whopping 11 years for prostitution-related racketeering. But the judge chopped it down to 50 months. Now, legal Twitter, as you might expect, absolutely screamed favoritism. And Suge, a man who's been doing calendar math since 1996, sounds off on the tape. Anybody else would have been cooked. What's he really saying? Translation: connections matter, but paperwork and understanding the system matters even more. Now, his advice to Diddy is pragmatic. Enroll in every self-help class the second you hit reception. Those certificates, he explained, don't just look good. They shave weeks, sometimes months, off your parole hearing. Now, Suge would know, wouldn't he? He's taken every course imaginable, from anger management to janitorial safety. Not because he's reformed necessarily, but because 90 days here and there earned through participation stack up like Legos, adding up to significant time off your boy's sentence. Now, it's a stark reminder that even for the powerful, the rules of the carceral state are unforgivingly precise. Now, the commissary code. Now, inside, the money doesn't just talk. It whispers in the rustle of soup packets and tuna cans. Suge's warning is clear. Don't flex. Buy 2 coffees, stash the rest. Why? Because debt equals drama, and drama in that environment can quickly escalate to shanks. He tells Diddy to budget a maximum of $25 a week, sending the rest home to the twins. Now, it's funny, almost heartbreaking detail, isn't it? The man who once rode in a convoy of Bentleys, whose name was synonymous with excess, is now rationing macro packs like a broke college kid. Now, this isn't about luxury anymore. It's about survival, about understanding the intricate, unwritten rules of an economy built on scarcity and necessity. Every decision, even a simple purchase, carries weight and can have a profound consequences on your standing and safety. Now, yard politics, West versus East. Now, Suge insists the yard won't care about coastal history. Blood or Crip, that's the only map you need to read. He states bluntly, still he advises Diddy to rep the East with quiet pride, wear the state-issue boots like they're sneakers, keep the fade sharp, and crucially, never join a car, a prison cliche, for protecting until you've been there at least 6 months. Let the time tell you who's who, he says, sounding less like a former music mogul and more like a son to with a baritone. Now, Diddy's entire brand has always been about Ciroc and curation, about shaping perception and crafting an image of effortless cool. Now, inside, Ciroc gets replaced by tap water, and curation means picking which dog-earned book to read twice. Now, the complex, nuisance world of hip-hop politics dissolves, replaced by a stark, primal hierarchy where reputation is earned through observation, not marketing. Now, family on the outside. Now, Suge tone softens noticeably when he mentions kids. Write them every Friday, even if it's just, I'm breathing, I love you. He admits with a rare vulnerability that he missed 20 birthdays with his own children and doesn't want Diddy to stack up the same crushing regret. This isn't about rivalry anymore. It's about shared humanity, about the profound impact of separation on family. The advice feels like lingering rivalry residue and more like two dads scarred by similar experiences. Now, trading hard-won wisdom at a PTA meeting. It's poignant moment that transcends their public persona, revealing a deeper, more relatable layer of pain and empathy. Now the health play. Medical care inside. It's patchy at best, often non-existent. Suge urgently advises Diddy to request a pair of extra thick sneakers during intake. Plantar fasciitis, he warns, is a very real threat when you're pacing concrete for 14 hours a day. His workout routine is intense and specific. 200 push-ups before count, 300 sit-ups after shower. Chest up when you walk, even to the shower, he instructs. Predators read posture, not net worth. Coming from a 6'2", 300-pound former linebacker that hits differently. Doesn't it? It's not just about physical fitness. It's about projecting strength and an unwillingness to be seen as a victim. A crucial psychological defense in a brutal environment. This isn't about vanity. It's about survival and self-preservation in a system that often neglects basic human needs. Parole math. Now, federal rules are tricky. You can earn 54 days of good time credit a year, but only if you stay completely incident-free. Now, Suge's cheat sheet. Stay busy, stay humble, stay under the radar. Could trim a significant 10 months off of Diddy's sentence. That turns 50 months into roughly 40 months. And 40 months for a billionaire might just feel like a long college semester. Now, Suge ends the clip with classic Suge Knight wordplay. See you sooner than you think, but don't think too soon. It's hope wrapped in a subtle, almost menacing threat. A reminder of who's talking and the complex dynamics that still exist between them. It's a masterclass in psychology chess, even though from behind bars. Now, drop your reactions in the comments. Is this genuine advice from one OG to another, or is it a long game psych op? Don't forget to smash that subscription button so you don't miss when the next collect call leaks. Now, the internet meme factory. Now, within minutes of the audio dropping, TikTok stitched Suge's stand-up pissing line over Diddy's old white party footage. Now, the contrast was hilarious and immediate. Twitter turned it into a poll. Who'd win a prison yard push-up contest? Now, 68% picked, of course, Suge Knight, while a telling 32% picked Diddy paid someone to do the push-ups for it. Now, even 50 Cent, never one to miss a moment to troll, weighed in, posting a Photoshop picture of Suge in a get-rich-or-die-trying tank top with the caption, Life Coach. Now, the beef that once defined a generation, leading to tragedy and division, now fuels content farms and meme culture, and frankly, nobody hates it. They're too busy laughing, too engrossed in the sheer absurdity and unexpectedness of it all. And it's a testament to how quickly narratives can shift in the digital age. Now, what is all this mean for culture? Now, hip-hop's foundational myth has always been survival. Suge survived the industry. He survived the streets. And now he's navigating the federal system. Diddy, on his end, survived sampling lawsuits, brand boycotts, and even a quadruple name change. Them swapping survival notes, especially in such a raw, unfiltered way, flips the script for glorified violence and flashy rivalries to the stark, inescapable reality of institutional life. It's no longer about East versus West. It's about us versus the system. And when those cold metal doors close, even old enemies find themselves speaking the same language, bound by a shared experience that strips away all pretense and past grievances. It's a powerful, unexpected convergence that forces the cultures to reevaluate its heroes and villains and the very nature of power itself. Now, the business of forgiveness. Now, some analysts are quick to call Suge's call brand rehabilitation by collect call, a calculated move to soften his image. Now, others perhaps more cynically see it as a strategic game of chess. Keep your rival close, feed him tips, and ensure he owes you something when you both eventually touch the street again. Either way, both men intrinsically understands that attention monetizes. The very moment that audio hit the airwave, podcasters scramble to book legal experts, prison consultants, even former cellmates. Now, Suge, in this scenario, doesn't need a marketing team. He is the product and the controversy, especially of this magnitude, and his most effective distribution channel. It's a masterclass in leveraging personal narrative for public engagement, whether the intent is genuine goodwill or strategic advantage. Will Diddy take this advice? Now, sources close to Combs' camp whisper that Diddy actually laughed when he first heard the clip. Then, in true mogul fashion, asked his lawyer to print out the transcript. Now, that's ultimate mogul move, isn't it? Filter the noise, extract the valuable data, and then strategize. Whether he actually does 200 push-ups or hire trainers to do them for him, metaphorically speaking, the very fact that he's reportedly reading Suge's playbook is the ultimate plot twist. If you see headlines 6 months from now about Diddy teaching a financial literacy class inside or leading a wellness program, you'll know exactly whose voice from behind prison walls sparked that idea. It's a testament known exactly whose voice from behind prison walls sparked that idea. Now, it's a testament to the enduring influence of those figures, even in the most unexpected circumstances. Now, conclusion. From balcony threats to budget tips, Suge Knight schooling Diddy on prison survival is the apology nobody ordered, but absolutely everybody is streaming and talking about. Whether it's a genius olive branch, a calculated move, or some long con psychology, one truth remains undeniable. Time truly humbles everyone. And the yard, in its brutal impartiality, doesn't care one bit about your Forbes list ranking. Now, as Suge himself so eloquently put it, either you stand up pissing or you squat. For the first time in over 30 years, it seems both coasts in this strange, unforeseen chapter are finally standing in the same stall, facing the same stark reality. Okay, guys, what y'all think? Well, that's it for me. Thank you so very much for watching my video. I hope that you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, in parting, be blessed, y'all.